Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Molly. Today I want to talk to you about something really important, and before we get started, I want to ask you one question, and be honest with yourself. How many subscriptions do you have this month? Wait, don't answer yet. Think about it first, because when most people hear this question, they say, oh, maybe 2 or 3, but when they see the real number, they're shocked. So today's topic is exactly this: how subscriptions quietly steal $4,000 from you every year. And let me tell you, this video is going to make you a little uncomfortable, but that's a good thing, because discomfort is where change begins. Let's get into it. Picture this scene. The end of the month comes, your paycheck hits, and you tell yourself, I spent well this month. I didn't buy anything big. No restaurant bills, no new phone, no vacation, but somehow there's still no money in your account. Sound familiar? This feeling is something millions of people experience every single month, and the reason isn't big purchases. It's small, invisible, automatically charged subscriptions. Look, according to one study, the average American spends $219 a month on subscriptions. That's $2,628 a year. But wait, that's just the average. In reality, many people spend way more than that without even realizing it. And right now you might be thinking, come on, Molly, I barely have any subscriptions, maybe $30 or $40 worth. All right, let's count together. Netflix, let's say $15.99. Spotify, $9.99. Amazon Prime, $14.99 a month. A cloud storage service like iCloud or Google One, $2.99. A fitness app, Peloton, MyFitnessPal, whatever, let's say $12.99. A news site subscription, New York Times or something similar, $17. YouTube Premium, $13.99. A gaming subscription, PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass, $14.99. A VPN service, $9.99. Hulu or Disney Plus, $13.99. Now add those up, that's $126.91. Per year, that's $1,522, and that's just the standard subscriptions, meaning even in what most people admit to, you get to this number. But here's the truth. On top of this, there are subscriptions most people don't even know they have. Have you ever checked the subscribe and save option when buying something on Amazon? Or downloaded an app that said try free for 7 days and then forgot about the trial and kept paying for months? Or a gym membership of $40 a month, but you haven't been in 6 months. This is where the number starts creeping toward $4,000. And now, do you know what this means mathematically? For someone earning an average of $20 an hour, $4,000 a year represents 200 hours of work. That's a full 25 days out of the year. It's 5 work weeks, working just to pay for your subscriptions. Think about that for a second. 5 weeks of your year spent just so you can watch Netflix, listen to Spotify, and pay for a gym membership you never use. What most people don't realize is this: the subscription model was deliberately designed this way by companies. I need to explain this to you because it's not an accident. The subscription economy really exploded in the early 2000s, and companies discovered something. People resist large one-time payments, but they barely pay attention to small monthly charges. In behavioral economics, this is called payment decoupling, meaning the moment you use the service and the moment you pay for it become separated. You're watching something on Netflix, but you're not paying money at that exact moment. The money was already automatically deducted at the start of the month. Psychologically, this protects you from feeling the pain of that spending. And when you don't feel the pain, you don't question the spending. Now let's go a little deeper. Think about Adobe Creative Cloud, $54.99 a month, $659 a year. If you're genuinely using it heavily, okay, that makes sense. But research shows that 35% of Creative Cloud users use less than 10% of the tools in the package. So Adobe has Premiere, After Effects, Illustrator, InDesign, and you just open Photoshop. $54.99 a month just for Photoshop. But if you bought Photoshop alone, it would be $19.99. The difference is $420 a year. That's a plane ticket. That's an emergency fund contribution. That's an investment. And this is where we get to the smartest or most sinister part of the subscription model, the bundle logic. Companies tell you, look, buying them individually would cost more. Get the bundle. And sometimes that's true, but most of the time it isn't. Because you get the bundle, you never use 2 of the 3 things inside it, and the company profits from that. Think about Microsoft 365. The personal plan is $6.99 a month. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneDrive, Outlook. But you only use Word, and Google Docs is already free. $83 a year just for Word. Now you might be thinking, okay, Molly, but does that really add up? $83 isn't a big deal, and this is exactly where people make the biggest mental mistake. Look, in the finance world, there's a concept called the latte factor. This idea, introduced by David Bach, says, if you redirect small daily expenses into investments, you'll get incredible results over the long term. And this applies to subscriptions too. $83 a month, $996 a year. If you invested this annually and earned an average 7% return, which is close to the S&P 500's long-term average. In 10 years, that becomes $13,700. In 20 years, $38,000. In 30 years, $90,000. Just one subscription, $83. We're talking about canceling one subscription and its 30-year impact is $90,000. What most people don't realize is this. The true cost of money isn't today's price, it's the opportunity cost, meaning giving that $83 to Microsoft isn't just losing $83. It's also sacrificing the $90,000 you could have earned in the future. Alright, let's go one step further, because subscriptions don't work in isolation. They interact with each other. Let's call this subscription stacking. Think about it like this. You have Netflix, but Netflix doesn't have everything you want, so you added Hulu. Hulu had gaps too, so you got Disney Plus. Disney Plus was missing things, so you switched to HBO Max, and now you're paying for 4 video platforms. Total, let's say $60 a month, $720 a year, just for video content, and yet you left cable TV because it was too expensive. But what you're paying now is only slightly less than the average price of cable TV. Isn't that ridiculous? The cord-cutting movement started for exactly this reason, but now people are paying for 4 different streaming platforms instead of cable and nearly reaching the same number. Here's the truth. Companies know this. Netflix, Disney, HBO, they all deliberately split up their content. Stranger Things is on Netflix, The Mandalorian is on Disney Plus, House of the Dragon is on HBO, and you want to watch all of them. This isn't a coincidence, it's a strategy. This is called content fragmentation, and the result, you're paying for 4 platforms. Now I want to tell you something deeper about subscription psychology. Research shows that people underestimate the cost of their active subscriptions by 40%, meaning you're spending $100 a month on subscriptions, but if I ask you how much are you spending, you say, oh, maybe around $60. Why? Because the brain doesn't register automatic payments as real spending. When you pay cash or physically swipe your card, pain centers in your brain activate. But with automatic deductions, this doesn't happen. This is why subscriptions are perceived by the brain as almost free. And this is exactly what companies want. Let me tell you one more thing. When a lot of people hear this, they think, okay, I'll just cancel them. But canceling isn't as easy as you think, and that's not a coincidence either. Subscription companies deliberately make the cancellation process difficult. In the UX world, this is called a dark pattern. You want to cancel, but there's no button, or there is one, but it's tiny. Or it redirects you to a page saying, you'll lose these things, are you sure? Or it offers you 1 more month free, and you say yes to that offer, but a month later, you forget and keep paying. Amazon Prime's cancellation process involves 7 steps. 7 steps. You have to click 7 times to cancel a subscription. That's not random. Now let's get to the practical part, because watching this video is great, but nothing changes if you don't take action. Step 1. A subscription audit. Today, right now, go into your bank or credit card statement and scan the last 3 months of payments. Write down every recurring charge on a piece of paper. Just write it down. Don't cancel anything yet. The purpose of this exercise is to shock you, because most people look at this list and say, I'd forgotten about half of these. Step 2. Sort every subscription into 3 categories. First, I actively use this and it adds value. Second, I use it but there's an alternative. Third, I barely use this or I'd completely forgotten about it. Cancel the ones in the 3rd category immediately, today, without waiting. For the ones in the 2nd category, research whether there's a free alternative. Instead of Spotify, YouTube Music is free. Instead of Adobe Photoshop, GIMP is free. Instead of Microsoft Office, Google Docs is free. Step 3. Set up a subscription rotation system. This is a really important concept. You don't have to be subscribed to all streaming platforms at the same time. Get Netflix for a month, watch everything you want to watch, cancel it. Next month, get Hulu, watch it, cancel it. This way you see everything, but you're not paying for everything at the same time. Annual savings, $400 to $500. $5. Step 4, evaluate annual subscriptions. Most companies offer 15 to 20% discounts for annual payments. If there's a subscription you genuinely use, pay annually instead of monthly. But make sure you're really using it first, because once you pay annually, you get into the mindset of I can't cancel now and keep going even if you never use it. Step 5, set a subscription budget. Set a monthly maximum budget for all subscriptions. For example, $50. When you want to get a new subscription, look at your existing list first and decide what you want to cut. This forces you to actively evaluate every subscription. Now I want to tell you one more thing, and this might be the most important part of this video. The subscription issue is actually something deeper than a money issue. It's an attention issue. Every subscription doesn't just take money from you, it takes your attention too. Netflix keeps saying one more episode at 11 p.m. Spotify plays in the background while you're working. Social media apps constantly send notifications. And while you're consuming this content, you're consuming your time. Your time is far more valuable than your money. What most people don't realize is this: the biggest subscription thief isn't money, it's time. The average Netflix subscriber watches 600 hours of Netflix per year. 600 hours. That's 25 days. 25 days of the year on Netflix. If you'd use that time to learn a skill, build a business, or invest in your physical health, how different would your life be? And right now you might be thinking, but Molly, you need entertainment too. You can't just work all the time. You're right, I completely agree. The point isn't to give up subscriptions entirely. The point is to be intentional. Which subscriptions genuinely add value to your life? Which ones are you paying for on autopilot? Making that distinction, that is one of the fundamental skills of financial freedom. Think about this. If you review your subscriptions today and make the savings the average person can make, you can free up $150 to $200 a month. That's $1,800 to $2,400 a year. If you invest that into an S&P 500 index fund, in 10 years it turns into $25,000 to $33,000. In 20 years, $70,000 to $93,000. In 30 years, $170,000 to $227,000. Reviewing your subscriptions is 30 minutes of work you can do sitting right where you are, and the long-term value of those 30 minutes could be over $200,000. Whatever your hourly wage is, that is the best hourly rate in the world. Now let me tell you one last thing. While watching this video, a few subscriptions probably came to mind. Oh, I'd forgotten about that one. I don't use that one. That feeling, that awareness, that's exactly what I was going for, because awareness is the beginning of everything. Today, right now, after you close this video, do one single thing. Open your bank statement and list your subscriptions. Just list them. That one step alone could save you hundreds of dollars this year. And money is a tool for your freedom, your options, your time. Don't hand that tool over to subscription companies. If this video added value to you, like it, subscribe, and share this video with a friend, because that friend probably doesn't know where their $200 a month is going either. See you in the next video. I'm Molly. Spend wisely.